Zach, but right now coming to the stage, give it up for Ewan. Ooh.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Yeah, horses scare the hell out of me, you know? I think because I took Taekwondo, right? And so when I see a horse's like leg muscles and shit, and the way they stand, you know, I'm like, oh hell no. Some guy's like, hey man, you want to pet my horse? I'm like, hell no, man, that motherfucker's got a black belt. Yeah, you know, the Olympics are coming up, right? It's cool, right? Gold, silver, and bronze medals. Yeah, but nobody respects the bronze medal, right? Not even the athletes. You know, when they get it, they're like, gee, thanks. And they just fucking throw it in the trash on the way out. And, you know, every now and then I'll be up here telling jokes and shit. And then some lady will be in the audience giving me the fucking Jada Pinkett face. You know the Jada Pinkett face, you know? It's like, And I'm like, what the fuck, lady, you know? Why are you giving me the fucking Jada Pinkett face? You know, you better knock that shit off. I'll give you the Will Smith hand. Yeah, I always had the biggest crush on. Okay, all these jokes are for, you know, Englewood, right? I do this shows and Alright, I always had the biggest crush on Vivica A. Fox, right? You know, the first time I saw Independence Day, you know, like, I just fell in love with her and shit. Like, I thought she looked like a princess, right? But then, have you seen her lately and shit? I'm like, what the fuck? Did she kiss a frog or some shit? Like, she looks all fucked up, right? I think she set it off one too many times. You know, she don't do booty call anymore, now she do belly call. Yeah, after doing the movie Soul Food, maybe she should have done the movie Diet Food. You know, she was in another movie, Two Could Play That Game. I'm like, what game was that? A fucking pie eating contest? One of her movies asks the question, why did fools fall in love? It's like, well, it's because they were skinny. And the Kill Bill movies, her character, Vernita Green, had the code name Copperhead. You know, she famously says, I should have been the one called Black Mama, damn it. Now, if she makes that movie, they would have to change the character's code name from Copperhead to Walrus. Yeah, I don't think I'm being too mean to her, you know, because Halle Berry's about the same age, and Halle Berry's beautiful as hell, right? She's so fine, she makes, I think looking at her is a sin. Like, it could be like adultery, idolatry, fucking lewdness, you know, envy, fuck, take your pick, right? You know, Vivica A. Fox should look like Halle Berry, right? But instead, she looked like she ate Halle Berry. That's yeah, you know nunchucks are illegal, right? That's the stupidest fucking law in the fucking world, right? You know, anybody can get a sword or a fucking gun, but you can't have nunchucks? You know, I know why that law was passed. Because in the late 70s, black Americans started learning Kung Fu. Yeah, some racist ass fucking redneck from Senator, you know, from whatever, saw the movie The Last Dragon and was like, hey, look at that. We gotta make the nunchucks illegal. N-word. Yeah, when I was, you know, I like the actor LeVar Burton. When I was in elementary school, our teacher, he played Reading Rainbow every single day. And then after, whatever, when I was in high school, I watched Star Trek, you know. So I feel like, you know, I know the actor LeVar Burton pretty well. But you don't have to take my word for it. Ba-dum-bum. You don't know LeVar Burton? You know, Crisscross Jump is my favorite song from back in the day. Yeah, Chris Mac Daddy Kelly, and then Chris Daddy Mac Smith, right? That's why it's crisscross, right? It's dumb, but you know, it was cool. Like, they're the same age as me, so I thought it was cool. What I heard was that Chris Smith's dad was the producer, right? And then Chris Kelly, like, he had real talent, you know? This kid could fucking rap. So this producer takes this gifted rapper, right? And he pairs him with his fucking loser, no talent son and shit. You know, the whole song, Chris Kelly's just fucking ripping it up, man. He's like, two little kids with a flow you ain't never heard. Well, another fake, you can understand every word. And then fucking Chris Smith chimes in like, like some fucking weak ass Little John and shit. You know, if I was Chris Kelly, I'd be like, man, this shit's fucking weird, whack. Yeah, my favorite type of black people are the ones that grew up in white neighborhoods, you know? Like, if you were only a black kid in your school, me and you'd be best friends, man. You know, like Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle, they went to a white school, right? Like, you know, like every minority in a white neighborhood, like, I get along well with white people, but I hate them. And, you know, I don't fully understand black people, you know? I'm like a fucking Korean Carlton Banks and shit. Like, I can't even do the fucking dance, you know? I'm like fucking, wow, Alfonso Ribeiro, fucking, he can move, man. That guy can fucking dance. Yeah, one thing nobody's talking about is how African American community is being replaced by Mexicans, right? You know, Compton is only 2 years away from turning into El Compton. NWA going to stand for Niños with Accents. You know, you go to Compton, you go to the store, be like, hey man, who do you like better, Lamar, Kendrick Lamar, Drake? They'll be like, Dad? They'll be like, oh yeah, we like it today. We like it today, and the shovel, and the broom. Yeah, I was at open mic, just a couple days ago, right here, right? And this really polite young Indian guy, whatever, he's telling this joke, and he goes, oh, I was dating this Negro, right? And I was like, what the fuck did he just say? You know, and I'm looking at him, he's all just smiling, going through his act, right? I'm like, okay. And then he finishes, right? He's the last comedian. So this one black comedian comes to me and he's like, hey, what was that joke you said about Negroes? And he's like, what? He's like, I didn't say that. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I heard that too. And another black comedian's like, yeah, that's what I heard. He's like, no, I said Indian girl. And all three of us were like, oh, you know, you really have to enunciate that shit. Indian girl. That's not even a joke. That happened. That guy's Nakul Masad or whatever, the comedian. Yeah, black Americans have the best heroes though, you know what I mean? You know, you got Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X. Even the women got like Rosa Parks and Harriet Tubman. Us Asians, we don't got nobody, you know? But I'd rather have nobody than some loser hero like Mexicans, right? You know who they got? Cesar Chavez. What the fuck Cesar Chavez do? Well, he organized farm workers in Central California. So now because of him, all Mexicans get paid well? No, he didn't do shit. You know, if the black equivalent to Cesar Chavez would be like Al Sharpton or something. And the white equivalent would be Cesar Chavez. All the white people were like, hooray, let's name a street after him. Yeah, you know the whole Stop Asian Hate thing. It's kind of a good thing for us, you know. Yeah, all you black people, don't be surprised if you get to heaven and you're standing in line behind a bunch of Asians. Yeah, I'll be like, hey, what's up, Paige? Oh, your line starts back there. You know, if there's a bus in heaven, I'll be like, get in the back of the bus. All right, those are all those. Like I'm telling you, I do shows in Inglewood. I don't give a fuck if you guys laugh, because I know that you're whatever, this audience, even if you're black, you're not like them. They think, you know, they laugh at different jokes than you guys do, so. Anyway, last week, North Korea on the news, they said they sent over 200 balloons to South Korea. Yeah, they're filled with like trash and excrement. But that's not exactly accurate, right? They weren't filled with shitty garbage. No, they're full with Dane Cook's jokes. And you know the metric system never took off in America, right? I think I know why. Because Americans need things to be short and sweet, right? Like inch, foot, yard, not millimeter, centimeter, kilometer. It's like, shut up, you damn nerd. Yeah, you know jerking off sucks, right? It's not even that satisfying, you know? It's like eating crackers and shit. Whereas like having sex with someone else is totally satisfying. Yeah, it's like hunting a deer and then cooking it and then fucking it. Yeah, you know, English people drive on the wrong side of the road, right? That's crazy. It's like, why do they do that, you know? Don't they speak English? I know why. It's because they eat canned beans on toast for breakfast. And you eat that crap every morning, you're going to drive into oncoming traffic. You know, yes, whatever, having sex feels good and stuff. It must be the same with animals though, right? And probably plants too, you know? Like when a flower gets pollinated, it's probably like, oh fuck, my stem is shaking. Yeah, I've had sex with all the major, you know, a woman of each major race, right? In my opinion, Asian women give the best blowjobs. Yeah. If any of you ladies want to prove me wrong, you know, you can meet me in the bathroom later. Yeah, whatever. I was talking to this therapist. You know, I don't think he's very good, you know. I was telling him about this recurring dream I've been having. And in my dream, I'm right here actually, doing stand-up. And then I look down, I have this big boner sticking out, right? It's all embarrassing, so I wake up. And my therapist, he tells me the boner represents what I want most in life. I was like, oh, you mean stand-up comedy? He's like, no, fucking. All right, with this. You know, comedians will always tell you two things, right? They'll always tell you when they get booked on a show, and they'll always tell you when they just had sex. Like myself, I haven't been booked on a show in over a month. But I did get laid last week, so hooah! My name's E1O, thank you.
Give it up again for Ewan. The invitation to go give him a blowjob in the bathroom. You know, I would line up, but I'll be in the back of the line because I'm black. So. I don't think I'll get there. You know what I think my favorite thing is when like non-black people tell black people, y'all not like the other blacks. You're not.
You're not.
Like
I don't care what anyone says. I was getting.
Yeah, no, we know no one ever cares what anybody says. We just take it, which is also why I think we will be first in line in heaven because Jesus looked like us. Okay. All right, let's see. Kat, you are on deck, but right now, coming to stage, give it up